Hey guys, this is Anisha here. Welcome to my channel, Torches. As you will know, I here introduced you to various kinds of toys, fun interesting toys, and I am here with another toy called Go to the Other Class. And this is a really classic and fun family quiz game. You can see how big it is. To tell its size, this is really big. About my ruler, my big ruler. So now you will see what's in the back and then we will go inside. So on the back we will see go to the head of the class and about the game that what is the game about and how the families like to play this game. So in this game, even the youngest player doesn't feel outclassed. So as it's written here, the fun family quiz game with over 1,000 brain testing questions. So we'll be going inside and it is really fun to say myself. So inside we get one quiz book and rule book. The rules are also inside and one really long board. You can barely even see my face. So we'll keep that over here and you can see this is the stencil board, I think. Inside on this you get some playing pieces like this boy and this girl and this boy, this another boy and a girl and a boy and a girl and a girl. So and you get 7 of these I don't know what you call these, but these are 7. I just know that these things are 7 and oh yeah, I remember now. These are called the stands. So you get 7 stands and you get 2 dices. One is white and one is black. The color of these dices is really important. And I have just kept a pencil if it's needed. So, and you get one board. In front of this, it is written your rank, move ahead and correct. Move your desk ahead 3 spaces plus your rank. So I will tell you the meaning of that right now. So first of all, we'll set the game up. So you take one of these stands and put it on the board. Then you place the board in the center of the whole board so all the players can see it. So both the sides are the same, I think. So every player can see it. So if I'm here, I can see it. If I'm here, I can see it. If I'm here, I can see it. And you will know the rest. So then, and I forgot to tell you, but this is age till adult. Even adults can play this game. So that is awesome. And not 2 to 4 players, 2 to 6 players. So that's even more great. So then, first of all, the players choose their playing pieces. So, for example, I chose this cute little girl. I love this girl. I always take this girl actually. And I keep it on this, place it on the start. I don't keep it on the first desk, but the start. And put it in a stand, so it has stand. Oops. In the start one you can see over here. So I'll keep it there. And the other player, for example, chose this girl. Or it will not choose a boy, but for example, let's choose a girl. Chose this girl. So I will place it in a stand and then keep it over here. So now the object of the goal is pass through all these classrooms and give the final exam and reach in the diploma. So that is cool. So basically you are trying to go to the head of the class. Well, that is the game, of course. Go to the head of the class. And this is a fun school game. Fun school game are fun and are for every ages, I think. So then, so you see that every classroom except the final exam has some blue seats and one green seat. So if the players somehow come on the blue seats, then if they answer the next question correct, they can straight away go to the green desk. So for example, you are over here, then you can straight away go over to the green desk. Oh my gosh. I do not have to answer all these questions. And so that was the green and blue desk part. Now I will tell you the subjects. So here are the subjects. There is language, science, art and music. Ooh. And mathematics, history, literature, geography, final exam, study hall 1 and study hall 2. So you'll see that the study hall 1 and study hall 2 are not on the board. So the study hall 1 and the study hall 2 option is that while you're in the classroom, then you can choose the study hall 1 or study hall 2 if you don't want to answer the subject. So if you don't want to answer any of these questions of their particular subject, for example, you are in the science classroom and you have to at least answer one question incorrect to choose the study hall option. So then you can ask, I want the study hall 1, I want the study hall 2. So you can ask, but you have to be answered at least one question incorrectly. So that was it, and about the study hall. And sorry, I forgot to tell you, but you have to answer lots and lots of questions over here. Then you can only go to the head. Then you can only go to the head of the class and reach the diploma. So this game is really fun and interesting, I'd say. Fun, interesting, knowledgeable. So any of the players roll the dice. To explain you, I only have 2 players right now. This girl and this girl. So there was not enough space on the chart, so I kept them over here. So you can keep them on the chart. So one of the players rolls this dice. Suppose I am player 1. So you do not total the dice sum, but you start from the black dice. You do like this is a 5 and this is a 5 equals to 55. It is a 6 and this is a 5 and 65. 6 and 6, 66. So like that. So then the player on the left of so the player on your left is there are only 2 players and the other player, of course. So the player on the left of you, then asks the question from the quiz book. So I am right now in the language one because I haven't even started yet. So I am in the language classroom right now. and then the player to my left will answer a question. And there are three categories of ages. Of course, I cannot answer a graduate question or a scholar question because I'm still a student. So there are three categories: student, scholar, and graduate. So student is for children, scholar is for teenagers, and graduate, the last category, is for adults because they need some hard level questions. So the player on the left of me then turns the quiz book to the language category, which is this category, and he asks me the question number 55. So the 55 is right over here. So, and I am not the graduate, so he or she, so you have to know the category of each and every person, or the other person which is sitting, if there are only two players. So in order to receive the diploma and go to the head of the class, you need to answer questions, as I told you before. So we were on page number on the language category on 55 in the student. So 55 is question number this. So I don't think it is coming in the camera, so I will read it. Without rearranging or skipping any letters, find two smaller words within president. So first of all, you need to understand the question and then answer. So you can see, did you understand the question? So the question is, without rearranging or skipping any letters, find two smaller words within president. So for example, the other player gives the right answer. For example, reside and side, because no, preside and side. For example, the other player gives the answer preside and side. So that is correct. It comes in the answer. So there are a lot of options that a player can answer. So preside and side are one of the answers. So that will be as a correct answer. So then I roll the dice and it gave 55. So then I am on the first place. So you can see over here it is written, if you are on the your rank and move ahead. So if you are on the first place, if your rank is 1, for example, there are two players, then one's rank will be 1 and one will be 2. So I am on first place. So I have to move 4 places. Means I am on the 4th desk. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see there are 3 little dots connecting the desks, the spaces. So that is the part. So you don't go 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see the dots. I go on the path 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I am on the blue desk. Means if I answer the next question correct, then I will reach at the green desk and I don't have to answer more questions, so that I can reach the diploma really fast. So forgot to tell one thing. You cannot use hall 1 or hall 2 in the final exam room. So the other player is now on the second place. Second place. His rank is 2nd. And if I answer the question wrong, then I will stay where I am. So for example, I am over here, then I will stay where I am. So now it is the next player's chance. And for example, the other player is a scholar. So the game, we will first read the black dice and then the white dice. So it is 64. So now I will read the scholar from the scholar 64. 64 is right. And I will ask the question from language because it is on the in the other players on the start still. So 64. Spell the plural of valleys. So did you understand the question? So first you have to find out the plural of valleys of valley, and then you have to spell it. So the plural of valleys is valleys. So now the other player will spell it. VALLEYS. I think that's it. So if the other player answers correct, then it is written over here 5. Second place, 5 spaces. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how you can see on the blackboard. Correct. Move your desk ahead 3 spaces plus your rank. So my rank was 1 plus 3. It is written here. Plus 3, so 4. So I will move 4 spaces. Or if you don't want to do the calculation, then you can see over here. So as I told you before, you cannot take the hall numbers in the final exam room, and you cannot like you have not and you have first you chose the hall, so you cannot do that. You have to at least answer one incorrect answer in the room you are if you want to ask for the hall. Then for that whole classroom, you can not choose the subject. You only have to answer the hall you chose. So like that, you will go to different classrooms and you will green desk and then blue desk and then red desk or yellow desk. So yellow desks aren't really important to say. So you go, and the first player to reach the diploma, which is told, wins the game. So you have to be really, really knowledgeable to win this game, because then you need to answer lots and lots and lots of questions. So this was a really, really educational and knowledgeable and fun and of course interesting game that I have played several times before. That's why you can see the box lid. You can see the lid that it is really, really, I don't know what. So I like to keep a whiteboard, a small little whiteboard or a paper or pencil. I have kept this pencil in this box only. So, and of course I have this to write on. If I want to solve some math problem, mental math problem, and you are free to use a paper and pencil in the game whenever you want. So there are no restrictions to use a paper or pencil or not. So I keep that handy with me when I play this game. So thank you for watching this wonderful video and this game. And give this video a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you think that you can answer all of your category questions. And now it's question time. So I'm gonna ask one question, two questions of your question, two questions, one question I think, one question of the student category for one of these from the final exam room from the students one. So let's see the question. And you can comment down below the answers if you'd like, or you can just comment down below the answer of the question I asked. So I am going to ask, what percent of American households have televisions? So there are also options to make it easy. So you can see the options are 75%, 98%, and 83%. So I'm not going to tell you the answer, but you can comment down the answer you think what is of this on this question. And the question I am repeating again, what percent of American households have televisions? So the options are, I'm repeating once again, or you can just pause your video and go back and see the question and the options. So the options are 75%, 98%, 83%. So you can just comment down below on the percentage of this question. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and like this video. And hit that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I post another video. So, bye bye.